I was working with technology as a technology executive for almost 10 years, and then came to Wisdom Healing Qigong last year for my first retreat. After that, I started the QFLM right away and started going on the ongoing program. And I think that really awakened some kind of different intelligence in my body, and which led me to the decision of leaving my job. It's something that I was already thinking about it for a long time, but engaging with Wisdom Healing Qigong really allowed my body to tell me what I needed to do, which was like that I had enough of the life I was living. And the end of June of this year, I left my job, and I've been in a sabbatical year to really go deep into this practice and into my inner temple. And that's why I came here for the full 40 days that I've been here. I came here, especially during all my years of work with like chronic back pain and stomach issues. And I always had difficulty sleeping because like my head wouldn't stop, and it's the first time in 15 years that I don't have any lower back pain. It completely disappeared. It got more intense in the beginning, and then it got on and off, but now I don't feel it anymore at all. My stomach issues are completely gone. It works like a clock without coffee, which is a miracle. I really felt the energetic change in my stomach after the healing session with Ling Ling, so I'm so thankful to Ling Ling for that. Of course, it's the whole practice and the whole environment as well, but that was another highlight for me. This is a process of shedding layers. It was layer after layer after layer after layer. And then on the beginning of this last retreat, I went to visit like one of the trees, and I got this energetic kind of insight that it was like, all that you've been doing for this past 30 days was a preparation for this next 10, which was what we were doing here, which was the most intense and most profound part of the retreat for me. I feel like I got to part of more of like the core of the onion. One of the beautiful insights I had, not insights, I would say direct experiences, which also happened, is also one of the highlights, which happened here during the healing session with Master Mingtong. I call it the meat sack insight. It's the direct experience that you are not this meat sack that you think you are. Sometimes we identified first with our stories, but I've had learned before through my meditation practice that I was not my story, but I was still identified as like, then what am I? Am I this body? And throughout this process and these meditations, especially after the healing session was done, I slept here in the kiva, and then I woke up, everybody was gone, and my body was just pulsating. So I sat down to meditate, and my mind just went to all kinds of different places, and it felt like a experience of what I used to read in spiritual books of non-self, of union, of non-duality. I just merged with this higher consciousness. And when I was out there, some beings came, and they were like, let us show you something. And I'm like, so I surrendered to them, and then they brought me back to my body. And then I experienced all of these different essences of who I really was in my body. Like what it is to be a being of love, and then my whole body was suffused with love. What it is to be a being of light, and my whole body was suffused with light. That was one of the most profound experiences I've had in my life, for sure. And then besides these transcendental experiences, I think I really got to one part of a belief, the limiting belief, an assumption, which I think it came through all of the journaling, which was so skillfully prompted by Master Mingtong about our life events, and then the limiting beliefs, which was, for me, was this sense of unworthiness, the sense that I'm not enough, the sense that there's something wrong with me. And in this process, I was able to reconnect a little bit more with this essence, with who I really was. I don't think I'm done with this work, but just the fact of being able to see consciously that this is inside of me, this limiting belief is inside of me, it felt so liberating. It felt like a piano off of my shoulders. I feel lighter, I feel more joyful. So I don't speak forever. I think what I've come to, especially now in this last day of retreat, is just a big sense of gratitude that I have not done any of this journey alone. Throughout these 4 retreats, there were over 100 people that came by from all kinds of walks of life, all ages, all kinds of conditions. And they inspire me. They carry me throughout this whole process. Experience of being here for multiple retreats is so unique because you get to, when you come in with the energy of coming in, you don't notice everyone else's energy so much. And when you're leaving and everyone's on the energy of leaving, you don't notice other people's energy that much. But when you're already here and you see people come in, engage in the retreat, and then leave, you get to see their energy coming in, you get to see their transformation, and you get to see their energy coming out. So that is so motivating to being more committed to the practice, because you see how impactful it is in people's lives and in their whole energy body. The second aspect of gratitude is to Master Mingtong, the teacher, who's so skillfully been guiding us with a depth of a wisdom that it's so profound, and his level of attention to each individual student in something that I had never experienced before in any of the other places and retreats that I have done. So grateful to him for creating this space and creating this energetic field that we can come in and work on our healing. And then the third piece of gratitude I had was just for the land. This place is magical. The more time I spend here, the more palpable it becomes that there are powerful, like, spiritual beings that live in this land. Just by walking on the trees, walking on the land, climbing on the mountains, it is so profound, it is so healing beyond what I can try to put in any words. I really wish that more and more people come and experience this, because the more and more people are able to live from this place, from the heart, and the more hope we can get in the world is gonna really make this shift that the world needs right now. So I feel deeply transformed and thankful and grateful. Thank you.